But we do have a question from Steve. Steve, thank you for breaking up that almost family argument this morning.
It's getting rough.
Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
I wanted to ask your opinion. I'm 52, my wife's 46, and we were instructed a lot of times in 401ks, we both have one with our employer, but a lot of times there are, in some 401ks, there's not good choices,
right,
or as good as what you could do somewhere else.
Right.
And we were directed to put in just what we get matched on,
right?
So we can get our maximum match.
Uh-huh.
And then we both opened Roth IRAs. I mean, is that smart to do at our age? And I mean, we're definitely going to be making more off of, I believe, from what I understand, in the Roth than we could with our choices that we have in our 401k.
Okay, so Steve, a couple of questions here. The first one is, are you and your wife each contributing the maximum of $6,500 to your Roth IRAs?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Are you in a position where you could put in more if you wanted to?
Yes, we are.
As in, yes, you could, or yes, you are?
Or
you'd like to?
Well, you asked, are you in the position? He said, yes, we are.
Okay, so...
Yeah, we could, yes.
Okay. And so I was going to say that this doesn't sound too good to me.
Especially if you have excess ability if you have excess funds that you could be saving somewhere else, should definitely be taking advantage of the tax benefits of contributing to your 401k.
Absolutely. And Steve, I have to tell you, it's unusual. It would be very unusual for me to imagine two people working at different companies and having 401k plans that would have lousy choices. I mean, one I could say maybe yes, the other one maybe no, and then you could say, well, do what you're doing, but...
Or one person contributes the person who's got the best options contributes significantly more to their 401k, have the other person contribute the match, and then that person contribute more to the Roth.
And the other thing is, let's be real about what's going on here. I mean, it sounds like you're working with a broker. I mean, frankly, we would never advise anyone to invest money outside of their retirement plans until they filled that bucket up. Because, again, the expenses are generally lower than they are outside in terms of the fund fees. And then the second thing is that you have to be paying somebody a commission or an advisory fee
to have that Roth.
And you're not having that generally inside of a retirement plan, especially if you're working for a big company where they're basically paying the fees for you, except for the investment fees. So I wouldn't be doing this. What I would do is I would go the opposite way. I would suggest
as much as you can.
I would try to max out your contributions to your 401k. And if you want to, if you're friends with the folks in the HR department, maybe you go in and say, hey, have you guys ever considered Roth 401k? I mean, it's like everybody's doing it.
Right.
And then if you have that option, then you can determine whether you want to mix your bucket. It's not bad to have this after-tax bucket, but the truth is you ought to be maximizing your pre-tax bucket because here we don't really ever find people paying more income taxes in retirement.
Generally, we find that they're paying less because Social Security is not fully taxed. Even if you're in the highest income bracket, you're only paying about 85%. Only 85% of your Social Security's taxed, so that cuts out some income. Also, you're really only going to be receiving distributions that meet your after-tax income. So that brings down your amount of taxable income in retirement generally. So it makes a lot of sense to take advantage of your tax deductions now versus hoping for not having to pay taxes in the future.
Right.
Okay.
And so I would really urge you to go the other way. I think we would both.
Thanks for the advice. It's just, as someone who hasn't done this, my whole life, always contributed to the 401k, and then you hire someone. I mean, you're basically going on what, you're hiring them because you trust them, and you're going off of what they're saying when you really don't know, and you have to do nothing but go off of what they say. I mean, we don't have to, but we don't know any better.
Well, I mean, the fact is that you're somebody that wants, and you're seeking professional advice, and so what you're hoping is that you're getting the best advice that you can get.
Exactly.
It's easy to be. As my brother-in-law once said, it's easier to be an art critic